What's going on, YouTube? It's Jordan the Maestro. We're back again with another video. Quick video. I just want to give you guys some perspective on how you should be looking at the market during live conditions. Okay, so we know that marking up and seeing what has happened in the prior week is definitely a good thing. It's good practice and definitely gets you better and allows you to realize what mistakes you made. But really, in the live market, sometimes all of that marking up and all of that, those rules or all of those things that you noted down, sometimes it's hard for you to apply it as a trader, especially as a new trader. And while the market is live, it's very important to understand how you should be looking at things while candlesticks are moving, while your emotions are involved, etc., etc. Right? So this is where we're at. So from the weekly outlook, we knew that gold had a bullish run the prior week, right? And we were expecting for gold to give us a deep retest. So knowing that gold was going to give us somewhat of a deep retest, if we look at the 4 hour, right? Knowing that gold was going to give us a deep retest from where it left off, okay? We were looking at areas of interest where gold could possibly retest, right? And although this was an area of interest, we also understood that because there was such a big bullish run, we can expect somewhat of a deeper retest, maybe to this specific area, which you see it is in the ellipse. In this specific area, gold showed that it definitely settled into a support area, and I would not have been surprised if gold would have came back to that area, in which it definitely did. Okay, we're gonna go back to the lower time frame. Let's look at this into perspective. So now we know that on a higher time frame perspective, that gold is going to give us a retest. So that's fine. We understand that and we've established that. But on the lower you go in time frames, you realize also within this retest there are opportunities to capitalize on. Okay, so although overall on a higher time frame this is an uptrend, there the retest is going to be so big that it will be a legitimate downtrend on certain time frames. Okay, so that being said, because it's a certain downtrend in some time frames, so if I'm a breakout trader, all right, one of the opportunities to enter was right over here. So as price was breaking previous resistance turned into support, right? This previous resistance, as it broke through and came back and retested, if we go back down to the lower time frame, maybe the 15-minute, we'll see a few candlesticks, a few bullish candlesticks retested the top of this resistance zone. Then this was a good sell for a couple of pips. So let's see how many pips we're able to get on that sell. Right, so that was a legit sell, about 80 pips, 70, 80 pips. All right, and that was opportunity number one. Opportunity number two, let's say you're not necessarily a breakout trader, or you're not waiting for the trade to break through a zone necessarily, but you do want the trade to just give you a retest, right? So going back to how we should be marking up the going back to how we should be understanding how the market moves, right? How the market moves, we have an impulsive move downwards over here, and then followed by a corrective move over here. Now, this corrective move, at the end of this corrective move, we want to be able to take our sell right over here. So this right here would have been another opportunity to take your sell. Whether you took that sell to the bottom of this zone or you wanted to hold it a little bit, it would have definitely been legitimate in that it would have given you a good amount of pips. So from 19, 18, 31, you could say, all the way to 1904-ish. So definitely over 100 pips could have been gotten from this trade. Okay, and again, going back to that break and retest. Okay, so we broke through here. So we broke through, then it closed below this zone, but we broke through for sure on the second candle. So now we have a little bit of a retest over here, but we don't come back over into this zone. We don't come back over and make this a support again. It's still a legitimate resistance. That's a good indication to take your sell trade and take it again from zone to zone. Okay, from zone to zone. Okay, and again, if we took this trade from right around here in 1909, 1908 area, 75, and we wrote it down, we definitely, again, another 100 pips. So it's very easy to catch these moves and catch a good pip count too on gold, because obviously we know gold is very volatile. But if we're paying attention, look at all of these opportunities the market has given us this week, all of these opportunities. And now you're talking about going back to my markup. If we remember going back to that 4 hour, this was the area of interest where we saw our support. Okay, and we expected our retest to get to that area of interest, and it definitely did. It came to this support level right on the money, and then took off for the buy. Okay, and again, no matter what type of trader you are, if you just allow the trade to take off and then you want to enter on the second candlestick, then you're definitely going to make your money there. Or if you want to wait for somewhat of a retest, this candlestick right here, if you go down to the 15-minute, you would have seen that it gave us a legitimate retest. Let's go to the 15-minute. Okay, so right over here, if we're looking right over here, so price came up here and gave us these candles as a retest. Gave us these candles right over here as a retest. Okay, so notice how price retested right in this area over here. Okay, and then you can take off for the buy. You can enter your buy right around here, and you can take off right for the buy. Okay, so many opportunities. More recently, I caught this move right over here. So price came back down, settled down into this area of support. Looked like price was respecting the support heavily. Once price came up and gave me another retest to the support and still held, I knew it was a good opportunity for a buy. Took my buy, got my 100 pips. I was out and satisfied. Right, so many opportunities this week on gold. A solid opportunity as well for US30. Let's take a look at that. All right, so if you remember with US30, what we saw is US30 was in a zone before the week started of heavy resistance. So definitely expected some type of reversal, and if not a reversal, at least a deep retest before we could ever think about going up for continuing with the bullish move. Okay, but US30 definitely gave us a reversal, came down here to this zone, and again, this is very simple, y'all. Very simple. Came down to the zone, and it really doesn't matter what type of trader you are, whether you're a break and retest or you're just a breakout, whatever it is. You definitely could have found your opportunity in this move over here. Okay, so as US30 came down, gave us that impulsive move, gave us that retest, and if you want to enter right after the retest, you have all of that room to enter, and as well as that extra confirmation, because we saw that this was a small level of resistance as well. Okay, so again, because that level was being respected, you saw that US30 was going to give you a solid opportunity for a sell move. You enter your sell, you definitely would be able to rake up a lot of money. This move over here on US30 would be able to transform many accounts, especially without even having to risk too much. Okay, so US30 gold played out very beautifully, very perfectly, very well as anticipated this week, and there were many opportunities for us to capitalize on. If you did capitalize on them, then very good. Don't get too greedy. Okay, and it's okay to end the week here if you have made your money and made your goals. But other than that, let's just continue to trade safe, and then let's look forward to the outlook for next week. All right, y'all. All right, Jordan the Maestro. Hope you guys made some money this week, and let's continue on with making progress, y'all. Take care.